The Black Spindle quest has finally been found in Destiny 2. It's now called Whisper of the Worm, an exotic sniper rifle with the perks of the original Black Hammer, but the looks of Black Spindle. No matter what you call it, it's back, it's powerful, and once again, hard to get within a timed quest. So let's check out where it all starts, how you can get it, my strategy I used, and a few killer shortcuts that make this encounter much easier. Guardians, what is going on, guys? Sly here, back at it with another D2 Warmind video for you all, and the Black Spindle, y'all, has finally been found. The perks for the weapon were added with the Warmind update, but the quest must have just been recently added with update 123. It's come back, and it's even better than before with the same perks the Black Hammer had on it back in the day. A clue that it's back might have also come from the fact that Eververse is selling the two ornaments, so that might have given away right there. Sad part is that they're selling them with silver, so that's kind of, yeah. Anyways, in this video, guys, I'm going to show you all where to start your search and how you can shave off about half of your usual time within this quest by accessing a couple of shortcuts that really are invaluable. This quest is just like the original. It's timed, it's hard, but this time Bungie went all out in one of the biggest jumping puzzles to hit the game. It is really awesome. And this right here is why I still play Destiny. Secrets to find and side quests exactly like this. This is, in my opinion, what Destiny is all about. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump to it, guys. So to start the quest, grab 2 of your best players and then head over to IO. You can only access this event during a time a public event is active. Once it's gone, so is your chance to enter. So head to the Oasis area of IO and you're looking for the Taken Blight public event. The start of it will only appear during this event, not the Cabal one. So make sure you look for the Taken Blight one only. So once you start the Taken Blight public event on IO, there are 3 Taken bosses that can appear. However, only one will appear at any given time during the Taken Blight public event. It spawns as soon as you activate it. One is a Taken Captain that spawns close to the Lost Sector in the Oasis area. The other is a Taken Knight that also spawns close to the Lost Sector. And the last one is a Taken Cabal that spawns in the middle of the map. So to locate the first 2, head to the only Lost Sector within the Lost Oasis. Coming out of the Lost Sector, there will be this kind of cut-through type of cave that has water going through it on your right-hand side. A Taken Captain named Drevis could be there waiting for you. To some of you who are veterans of the game, Drevis might sound familiar. Now, if Drevis is not there, then head back out the way you came, and once again, coming out of the Lost Sector, you're going to look left this time up on the cliffs, underneath the gigantic tree stump that grows out of the top there. Halfway up there, there's a small hole which will lead you into a cave. There's also one of those Ikora scannables located right there outside of it. So head inside, and if you're lucky, Urzok will be waiting for you inside that cave. Now again, Urzok might sound familiar for the veterans out there. Now if you don't see anyone in those 2 places, then the Cabal guy is the one you're looking for. And you're going to have to go to the far right side of the map where one of the Taken Blight spawned during a public event. In that area, there's a cave located at the base of the rocks. Enter inside it, and there you will find our long-lost buddy, Valis Ta'Ark, in Taken form. One of those 3 bosses will be available during the Taken Blight public event. You just don't really know which one it's going to be. It's also possible that if you don't see any of them, that another team might have already killed him as well. Either way, if you killed the Taken guy or another team did, there will be a Taken portal back by the Lost Sector. It's right above where Drevis spawns. Once you take your Sparrow and you ride towards it, you're going to see it plain as day on top of one of those mesas. The fire team leader is the only one who can activate it, so make sure they're there to activate it in time, because once the public event ends, your chance to enter this quest ends as well. Now the fun part. Like I said, guys, this is the longest jumping puzzle within Destiny. As soon as all 3 of you spawn in, a counter will begin to count down from 20 minutes. This might give you an idea of how long this jumping puzzle really is. Also, if you notice, this starts you off right in the Lost Sector where you guys were just running around by. So it starts you right here, and then once you find the place, you end up continuing on from there. So let's get to the first shortcut. What you're going to do, as soon as you come in, you're going to hop up and look to your right. Then you're going to jump up towards the chest. There's going to be a ledge right over in front of you, and that's where it all starts. So as soon as you get there, look to your right, and you're going to see a rock kind of behind a tree. Jump up on that rock, jump up over the fossil, and then kind of hang left. You're going to barely catch a ledge right where the Lost Sector chest is. Once you're there, just look straight, you'll see the ledge you have to grab. And that is where everything officially starts. Now usually you have to run through the entire Lost sector to get to this area, but this way you can skip the entire thing and get right to the start, and this does shave off like a minute and a half from your total time. So once you're up there, guys, just shoot the Taken Blight, fall down the hole, and then the fun really begins. Now this is where all the jumping starts, so more than likely it's going to take you more than once to memorize where all these jumps are and which paths to follow. But I'll speed this up and just follow where I go, and I will stop at the next shortcut. Alright, ladies and gents, so now that you've made it into this room, a place I dubbed the Cathedral, I literally spent like an hour in this place, jumping all along these walls, grabbing these tiny effing ledges, and it sucks. But all you have to do once you make it here, just simply look to your right, and you're going to see a blinking light. All you have to do is crouch behind the ramp that you literally just walked on, and then follow the tunnel. It takes you to the same damn place as jumping all along the edges of those walls and hitting that small little area at the top, near the ceiling. If you do it the hard way, this can easily kill like 4 or 5 minutes off of your total time, and that's not going to work. This shortcut right here is by far the biggest help you will get. So like I said, once you get to this area and before you get to the crack on the ground, look behind you and you'll see a blinking light. Just head towards the blinking light, squat or crouch down, and then walk behind that stone ramp. Just simply follow that, jump over the obstacles, kind of skirt along the ledges, and all of a sudden you will get to a place that probably looks familiar to you. Now once you're here, instead of going left to where you're supposed to go, there's actually kind of like a cool callback on the far right side of this gigantic area, and it's a portal. And if you look into it, you can see the Vault of Glasses portal looking out towards the wall right before Atheon. And if you look long enough, you can start to see oracles spawn. So it's actually a pretty awesome callback if you want to go over there. There's lots of paths and stuff to climb, but again, this is a timed event. I didn't really want to waste any more time, so I just kind of left it at that. But it is that way if you guys want to check it out one day. Alright, so to get this bad boy started, take the circle all the way to the left-hand side. And once you see a crack right on that ledge, this is where you're going to have to jump and then kind of long jump over to the platform. Now this is the worst for warlocks. I was a warlock the first time and I hit my head so many times on this area. It's like one of the easiest parts to jump, but for warlocks it absolutely sucks. So once you follow the ledge all the way to that crack, go ahead and back up a little bit, do a running jump, and keep following the wall, the circular wall as you're jumping, and you'll see a platform. Head for that platform, and then once you're on it, you're going to take a look over the edge, and you'll see this tiny little orange window way at the bottom. You're going to run off the edge, head towards that window, but make sure you save a jump so that way you can stop yourself and land gently. You don't want to just miss it or just free fall by it or land too hard and kill yourself. Once you make it in there, there's like a little mechanic you have to wait for, these things trying to push you off or block your jump. Once that happens, jump over there, follow the ledges, follow the tunnel, and then this is where all of the fighting starts to begin. So once you've made it to the actual area where enemies are, the first couple of stages are fairly easy. The point here is just to clear out the rooms and take out the blights as fast as possible. Solar and void weapons are a must-have for this part. The Taken Knights and Wizards have pretty tough shields, so having a matching element makes this a lot easier. What makes this difficult is that there are these boop cannons that push you out into the middle of this area and you just get absolutely wrecked. So there is no hiding in corners or behind pillars. The best hiding spots usually have those boop things there and you usually get pushed out. The best thing I found out is to establish a foothold at the start and then go from there. Team shooting is going to be everything here, guys. There are way too many ads for you to go lone wolf. So team shoot, stay together, and if you're going to use a super, use it now because you're going to need it for the end encounter. Like I said, there is no secret here. Just keep clearing rooms and ads as you go. There will be 3 rooms to clear before you make it to the end, in which there are not 1, but 3 bosses you have to kill before time's up. These are the same bosses that appear on IO during the public event. One of these 3 will show up for you to kill, which then spawns the portal. But now they are a lot tougher than when you first fought them. So for the main part of this encounter, guys, you're going to want to run sleeper or shotguns. Acreus and the EP shotgun do work here. And there are lots of arc shields to take down as well, so Acreus works out nicely. I was a Hammer Titan with Melting Point and Syntheseps, while my teammates were Arc Strider with Ride and Flux and a Stormcaller with Healing Lunafaction Rift. Ad clearing supers that can also do damage like hammers and arc striders are really the best way to go for this encounter. So how this encounter works is like this. There are 3 bosses in the very back of this area that are trapped. You have Urzok, Drevis, and Valis to Arc. You have to take care of most of the ads that start off in this area. Once you take care of the ads, more ads will spawn and then the bosses will be freed at the exact same time. All 3 of them at once, and you can start to do damage. Once again, it's about taking out ads as fast as possible. You can't start to do damage until those bosses are freed, but they're not freed until you take care of all of the ads, or at least most of the ads within that room. Now the captain you're going to encounter, Drevis, is the absolute worst boss out of them all. So you're going to want to focus on him and take him out first. And usually you can do this from a cave. It also seems like the captain has the most health compared to the other 2. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what it seemed like to me. He can one-hit kill you with a ground stomp while the others cannot. And also he throws those damn blinding things at you that suck, so getting him out of the way is a huge help. Anyways, guys, let's move on to strategy. So, to start off, you're going to need to rush in and then take out the first 2 blights in the very front of this room. Ads will hide in them all day long and just cause huge delays, so get rid of those blights first. After that, there will be a cave on the right hand side of this room that kind of loops around to the middle. This will be your foothold to the area. Now you don't have to take out the other blights like in the previous rooms. The blights here are only there as distraction and to cause you to, get blocked shots. Absolutely nothing else. The reason you're getting rid of the first 2 blights is so that you can shoot at the enemies in front of the cave without having them hide in blights themselves. What you want to do is while you're in the cave, place a Lunafaction Rift with healing and then just go to town at anything standing in your way. Once again, shields will be everywhere. Also, quite a few arc this time. There are a ton of majors in this quest, so don't worry about heavy. Just go to town and you will get more. Alright, so once you clear out most of the ads inside of here, that's when the bosses will release, and then another wave of ads will spawn just at the same time. When you hear that sound of when it's happening, you want to run into the middle of this area where everything is spawning and use your supers. Try to spawn kill the ads as soon as they come out. And after most of them are dead, use the rest of your super on doing damage to the captain first. Once you all get killed, which by the way will happen and it'll happen a lot, head back to your cave and then continue doing damage to the captain from there. Now when you die and you respawn at the front of this encounter, there is a spot you can stand by at the entrance where you will not get booped out into the open. You can stay there and try to do damage, that works, but unless you're running a sniper, it's not really effective. However, our teammate was using a sleeper and that worked out for him nicely. Now when you get the captain's health about halfway, there will be another round of ads at spawn with a lot of taken minotaurs. They have void shields and they like to cluster up together, so if you're lucky you can use a void weapon, take out their shields, and it will almost kill all of them in one group. That's what happened to us, and it made things a lot easier. So hopefully that'll happen for you as well, but just make sure you keep using both sides of that cave and try to surprise enemies from behind. That will actually help out everybody so they don't get focused on, up there in the front of the room. That cave is really a blessing. If it wasn't for that cave, things would be a lot harder. Alright guys, so once that captain is dead, you're going to focus on the Hive Knight next. What you want to do is rotate out of the cave to the opposite side wall. He should be somewhere in that front area. What you want to do here is use the column as cover, and this is where melting point and shotguns come into play. He's going to get stuck there, so make sure you use grenades as much as possible, and like I said, EP shotgun or the Acreus works really well here. Also, Zenith of your kind or Saint 14 shotguns, those are your next best bet after Acreus and the EP shotty. If you have a super, use it, and don't worry about the few remaining adds. As long as the majority of them are gone, go for damage as much as possible. As long as you did your job spawn killing the adds and picking them off here and there, you really shouldn't have much to worry about towards the middle and the end. Once you take care of the Hive Knight, next you have to put down your buddy Valis to Arc. Again, roam around the area using the blights for cover and look for heavy. There will be lots of it lying around, and once again, just like the Hive Knight, melting point, shotguns, and supers. Make sure to do as much damage as possible with your melting point. Call it out as soon as you use it, so that way your teammates know when to go in for shotguns or use their super. The biggest part here is getting the adds under control and killing the captain. That's the hardest part. Once that's done, the other two bosses are fairly easy. Like I said, for our setup, we had a Stormcaller Warlock with Healing Rift and Lunafaction using Sleeper for heavy. We also had an Arcstrider Hunter with Ride and Flux for adds and for damage using the EP shotgun, and then I was the Hammer Bro with Melting Point, Syntheseps, and Acreus. 2 shotguns and a sleeper. Now I'm sure there are plenty of other ways to kill this guy, but as of right now, I had the most success doing it this way, and I tried a bunch of different ways. The key here is to get through the first couple of areas fast enough so you have as much time as possible at the end, something I'm sure you guys already know. The most annoying things are those boops in the walls. It's like Bungie embedded those Taken shields all over the walls and anywhere that could be a useful hiding place. Bungie put them in specific locations because they knew it was going to launch you right into the middle of all of the enemies, and trust me, it happens more than once. But after a few times of going through it, knowing the jumps, knowing where the boops are, and knowing the shortcuts, you absolutely got this. The shortcuts alone can shave off at least 5 minutes, if not more, of jumping around like an idiot. So I hope this helps you guys get your Black Spindle, or Whisper of the Worm. Once you do get it, the heroic version of this quest will become available, and then you can try for the Catalyst. Good luck, y'all, and I hope this guide helped you. As always, thank you for watching Sly Nation, and keep it here for everything Destiny 2, Forsaken, and Anthem. Subscribe for more D2 videos, spank the thumbs up only if you enjoyed yourself, and feel free to check me out on Twitter or Facebook, Sly Nation Gaming on the FB. Later, y'all. Good luck. Keep those eyes open for more videos coming out here soon, but until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll catch you guys next time.